Well, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is under scrutiny once again. The House General Investigating Committee this morning heard hours of detailed allegations of misconduct. Thanks so much for joining us at 5. I'm Daniel Marin.
And I'm Jennifer Sanders. Now, that committee has the power to recommend impeachment, which could lead to Paxton being removed from office. They started investigating in March, looking into a proposed settlement to use state funds to pay more than $3 million to settle a whistleblower lawsuit. Now, that case stems from a lawsuit filed in 2020 by former staffers who accused Paxton of corruption. They were fired from the Attorney General's office after claiming Paxton misused his office to help a campaign donor. Now, those accusations led to a federal investigation that's still in progress.
And this, of course, comes as Paxton is calling on House Speaker Dade Phelan to resign. Our Ryan Chandler heard the hours of evidence this morning and brings us the latest.
A House panel with the power to recommend impeachment lays out hours of evidence implicating Attorney General Ken Paxton in abusing his office.
General Paxton directed actions against a charitable organization in Texas. These actions were to benefit a donor.
Attorneys specializing in public corruption laid out evidence of crimes alleged against Paxton, including accepting improper gifts from a wealthy donor, 2 felony counts of securities fraud, dereliction of duty, and retaliating against staff who raised ethical concerns.
They're just some very serious facts.
At issue now, Paxton's settlement with whistleblowers for $3.3 million. Paxton's office authorized the settlement, but it's up to the legislature to approve the payment. Paxton went on talk radio to give his side of the story.
Look, I don't know. This is unprecedented for what they're doing. I have no idea why they've chosen to do this. We settle cases all the time. If they didn't want to pay it, it's in their hands to either pay it or not pay it, and we knew that. So this is a level that is shocking to me, especially from a Republican House.
Paxton seemed to reference potential impeachment, writing, "It is not surprising that a committee appointed by liberal Speaker Dade Phelan would seek to disenfranchise Texas voters." Dade Phelan is a conservative Republican. Paxton called on him to resign Tuesday, just hours before the committee announced the investigation. As the evidence mounts, so do calls for action.
Public officials in Texas are not and should not be above the law. So we're going to call on the legislature, the House of Representatives, now to move to impeach Ken Paxton.
And Ryan joins us now. So Ryan, what exactly is the next step here?
Well, if the House Investigative Committee does choose to pursue impeachment proceedings, which all of the general wisdom that I'm hearing in the Capitol leads us to believe that is the committee's trajectory, then the process looks very similar to how it does in Washington. The articles of impeachment will start in the House. If they do vote to impeach the Attorney General, then those charges will then move on to the Senate, which has the power to convict and potentially remove him from office. Now, there is one key difference between how this works between Washington and Austin. At the Texas Capitol, when impeachment charges are pending, the Attorney General actually has to vacate his office, give up his official duties until those charges are disposed of. So the House actually wouldn't even need to vote to impeach him to get him to remove himself from office, at least temporarily.
Okay, Ryan, we know session ends on Monday, so do lawmakers have to get this done by then?
So normally the session would have to wrap up. The lawmakers would have to take care of all of their business by May 29th. That's the final day of session, just 5 days from now. This is different, though. This is something that the legislature can take on unilaterally. The speaker could call this up and they could take it up after Monday. So they do have a little more time. They will be working through the weekend, though, so we'll see how that shapes out.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you.